What's up, you guys? So, on the Neighborhood Talk and a lot of other blogs, there is this podcast going viral of Tony Rock explaining how Chris Rock didn't really help him in his career. He didn't really put him on. So, in this video, we're going to get into the details of that, their family dynamic, their brotherhood dynamic, and why Chris Rock never really put his brother Tony Rock on and how that affected his career. But first, if you're watching, if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and everyone click the thumbs up button. All right, you guys. So Tony Rock is one of the hosts of a podcast called Live from the Green Room. And in one of the latest episodes, Tony was being asked why his brother never really put him on as far as his career.
I'm going to try to explain to you guys and you. And I'm not making it, I'm not saying it's going to make sense, but my brother sometimes, and you can see it in what he does in his movements and his actions and stuff like that, like Martin in the movie, he's a businessman when it comes to his movies and TV stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Martin's bigger than me. I need to sell this movie. Tone's my brother. Yes, there will be some, hey, him and his brother in the movie. Let's go check it out. But him and Martin push the needle more. I'm only speaking on that movie in that regard. I get it. I was like, okay, I get it. The one that fucked me up. Here's the one that fucked me up. And I've never told anybody this. Only a few of two of my boys know this, and maybe, my siblings. When he did the movie Top 5.
Oh yeah.
I was on tour. I came home for a week. I was at the Comedy Cellar. We hadn't seen each other in a while, and we don't talk a lot. Now since the divorce, we talk a lot more. But he was in his space where we weren't really talking a lot. And I walk in the Comedy Cellar, and he's there, and he's at the table with Colin and all of the guys. And I'll go over to say what's up, and he goes, "Hey, got a movie, man. Put you in it." I did not ask for anything. Chris will tell you, I've never, like I said before, it's on the Headliners Only. I've asked him for 5 favors my whole life. He said no every time, and I swore on everything I loved I would never ask him for anything as long as I lived. So that night, I walk in the Comedy Cellar. He goes, "Yo, I got a movie. I'm putting you in it. Now I got to do my due diligence. Okay, who do I have to call? Do I have to audition? Do I have to send a tape?" "No, you good. We're shooting in New York, too." I'm like, "Bet. Summertime in New York. I'm going to be in New York for the summer. I'm going to be home shooting a movie with my brother for the summer. I'm beyond excited. It don't get no better than this." I'm thinking, this is another one of those things where people never know how close you are.
Right.
So it's New York. Everybody that's a stand-in, I know. Everybody that's background, I know.
Everybody.
So I'm on tour, waiting for the phone call. Tell my management, tell my agency, "Yo, once he calls, we're going to pause the tour and go shoot the movie." "Yeah, bet, we ready." And I start getting phone calls like, "Hey, I'm on set. Where you at?" I'm like, "What you mean you're on set?" We started shooting today. Today was the first day." "Oh, shit. Well, I didn't get a phone call." A week later, some chick, "Hey, babe, where you at? I'm doing background on this club scene. Are you here?" "What are you talking about?" "Yeah, we shooting. The Top 5 is up and running." Like a month in. Nigga, 2 months in. I get a fucking phone call. "Yo, you at the rap party? We here."
Oh,
Damn. Yo, bruh, that shit crushed me. That shit crushed me, bro.
so why didn't you
Look,
call?
I've never seen the movie Top 5. I shouldn't have to call.
Yeah,
You said to your brother, "I'm going to put you in a movie."
I feel you.
I should just get a phone call like, "Yo, tomorrow we'll be here at 2 o'clock, we shoot." Or, "Yo, give me an email, I'm going to send you the sides."
You had to be angry.
Bruh, it devastated me.
So that is so crazy to me because all I can think about that movie Top 5 is that Carly Red was in it. Carly Red from Love and Hip Hop was in Top 5. So if Carly Red can be in the movie, why can't his brother be in the movie? Why would he tell his brother that you're going to be in the movie and then not follow up, at least with a phone call or something? Why would he not follow up? I can't understand the logic behind that. It seems like it was done on purpose. It really does. But y'all leave a comment. Let me know if y'all think he did that on purpose. The strange thing about it when it comes to like Tony Rock and who's done more for his career, technically, and a lot of people say Will Smith has actually done more for his career because he gave him a recurring role on All of Us. Tony Rock appeared on Everybody Hates Chris, but he had more of a role on the sitcom All of Us that was loosely based on Will and Jada's life. The show they created, they had Tony Rock on it. And so, of course, Tony Rock and Will Smith's friendship ended once Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. But Will Smith technically had done more for Tony Rock's career than his own brother had.
So I want to apologize to Chris's mother. I want to apologize to Chris's family, specifically Tony Rock. You know, we had a great relationship. You know, Tony Rock was my man, and this is probably irreparable.
So, y'all, let me know what y'all think about that. I also wanted to get into their entire family because apparently there's 8 of them. Like their mother had 8 children between their mother and their father. I'll put it that way. They had 8 children. She fostered an additional 17. But I want to get into Chris Rock and Tony Rock's other siblings. The oldest one is Charles Shabazz. Now, he was born in 1953. In my opinion, this has to be his father's child, not his mother's, because according to records, their mother was born in 1945. So she would have been like 8 when the oldest son was born. But he passed away at the age of 52 in 2006. And then there's Andre Rock, the second oldest. He was born in 1967. He was born to Rose and Julius, and he was raised in Bed-Stuy. And he runs a freight hauling business called Julius Rock Trucking, named after his father. And then there is Tony Rock. I feel like we all know Tony Rock. I feel like we don't need a bio on him. Then there's Brian Rock. Brian Rock is out of the spotlight. He was born in 1976, and he's the 5th Rock sibling. And in 2016, their mother told the Sun News that he was a minister. So that's what he does for a living, and he stays out of the public eye. Then there's Kenneth Kenny Rock. And you can definitely see the family resemblance with them. He actually looks just like Tony Rock. He was born April 16th, 1979, and he is also an actor. He has film roles in Vesuvius, Coincidental Killer, and Hope, A Brooklyn Story. Now, if y'all are familiar with him, y'all let me know if you feel like Chris Rock put him on. Did he put any of his siblings on? Y'all leave a comment and let me know. Now, they do have one girl in the family. She's the only girl amidst like 7 brothers. But her name is Andi Rock, and she was born in 1985. And she moved from New York to South Carolina with her family and studied at Winthrop University. And in 2016, she was working as a therapist for children with autism and lived in Rock Hill, South Carolina. So it looks like she stays out of the spotlight as well. But then there is Jordan Rock. There is a fourth Rock brother that does like acting and comedic work. He is the youngest in the family. He was born February 10th, 1991. And he grew up in South Carolina after the family moved there. But then he moved back. He moved to Brooklyn at 18 to pursue his own dreams of comedy. And he says his brothers are his inspiration, his big brothers, and he considers himself the Solange of the family. If you missed my video on Solange, I'll leave a link in the top right-hand corner. She just kind of like opened up about her health and what's going on with her and why we don't see her anymore. So in total, there are 8 siblings, and 4 of them do kind of like the same thing as far as comedy and acting. And I don't know if Chris Rock has been that involved in any of their careers, like helping any of them out. But y'all leave a comment and let me know what you think about that. As always, thanks for watching.
Layla, 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 tells it all.